Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Hello, everyone. Welcome in. My name is Molly, and I am half of Miss Molly Makes. So we're a live cooking channel here on Twitch, and we've been working with Bethesda over the last few weeks and months with the collaboration with the new release of the new expansion. And today we're going to be making some food. Dairy-heavy food. I've been reading in chat. You guys have been commenting. We're going to be making some cheese fondue. We have some cheese fries. And then we're also going to be making some hunter's pie to start with. So we're going to start to saute and simmer down those beautiful meat filling. And then put that on the stove. And then we'll get into everything else. And then we're going to bake that pie and then it come out of the oven. Really crispy, crunchy crust. And it's a little bit of a challenge. So Kim, who will be joining us, can we hear you, Kim?
Okay, sorry. I am here. Can you hear me, Chad?
I can.
I was sitting really quietly and I was just like, is it my time?
Yes. So Kim
I'm here.
from Bethesda ANZ. And we also have Exceed. So the other half of Miss Molly Makes. Are you there, Exceed?
Hello.
So Kim has given me the challenge of creating an ESO-themed buffet today in, is it 2 hours?
In 2 hours, yes.
All right. So for those that are new to the stream, we are a live stream cooking channel. This is all we do, food-related things. We stream 3 days a week, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And we've been working with Bethesda ANZ and Kim to create some ESO-themed foods. And we're going to be showing you what we've been making over the last few months. And the recipe cards are available on, is it the Twitter? Or where
I'm going to drop them onto Twitter, so they'll be on the QuakeCon Twitter. I've just done a post which just has the stream details in it, so I'm going to drop them into the comments there, so you'll have the cards. And also on our Elder Scrolls ANZ Facebook page as well.
Nice. So these are some of the the foods that we've cooked with Blackwood, the new release, and then we've previously worked with Bethesda ANZ to create some foods for Doom Eternal as well. And there's some banging recipes that are on our website, but also recipe cards that will be on the social media as well. For you guys to cook along with me, cook along with the VOD. There's videos on YouTube as well that I can step you through them and cook with the recipes. So we're going to get into it. Hope you guys are enjoying
Before we do
yourself.
though, Molly.
Yeah.
We thought it might be a bit of fun. Kim, maybe if you're around, could we get a prediction going to see if chat believes Molly can do all 3 dishes in 2 hours?
Okay, yes. Come on,
I think
chat.
that would be a bit of fun.
We want some positivity.
We do. We want some positivity. Cool outfit. Thank you very much. Welcome in, guys. Welcome to an Australian kitchen. This is not what an Australian kitchen looks like. Yes, I know you're asking. That is a green screen. Not every Australian kitchen has a green screen just out. But we use it to theme the kitchen and have some fun. So you believe in me. That's good. I have a little bit of support, or is it support? I don't know. I got a friend in here as well. I have done some bad things to this sculpture.
Such a nice
we won't
statue.
go through it. I think Kim died a little bit inside.
Look, it's all right. Merrin's Dagon he's indestructible, okay? He is the Daedric god of destruction.
He may
so,
be,
we just leave him.
Missing a little bit of himself, but yes,
Lost a piece of himself.
Yes. So for those that don't know, we actually molded him using like a gelatin mold, and then I recreated this sculpture using chocolate and cake. He did break a few times, so it did take a while. So we're going to jump into the food, and we've got some giveaways as well, I hear. A bit exciting.
Yes, we do. So we are giving away, so as with the last stream, we've got 5 boxes that Bethesda Australia and New Zealand created for QuakeCon. So we've got the oversized hoodies, we've got a keep cup, we've got a beanie, and we've got these amazing little socks as well. Oh yes, Molly, amazing. This is the box. Beautiful, beautiful.
I think the best thing about it is the magnetic lid.
It is impressive, right? So we'll be giving away 5 of these, and there is no strict entry mechanic for it. We're essentially just looking for really supportive people in the chat. Anybody who's been watching QuakeCon, and enjoying yourself. That's essentially how we're doing this giveaway. We've also got some pink torchbug pet codes to give away as well. Now, Johnny, other senior community manager here at Bethesda Australia New Zealand, I saw him dropping them in chat. So you know what? I'm going to replicate that. So you will have to keep an eye on chat, and these codes are just redeemed directly through the game.
Do the people get these as well, or is this?
Yes, you will be getting those. I'm sorry I didn't show them on my stream, but you'll be getting drinking chocolate and marshmallows. I didn't get them in my box.
So good.
Is it good?
So good.
Okay, good. I'm glad.
Well, I went to take a photo for social media when they arrived because I was so freaking excited, and I had this on, like the hoodie, and the sleeves are so puffy that I knocked it all over, and so then there's the chocolate. I just realized there's chocolate spills all over, and it was one of those moments where when you really screw up, and then you're so angry you have to like walk away. So Exceed and I have this unwritten rule that you can call on the other person and they'll clean up for you and you're allowed to walk away. It's like an unwritten rule between us. If you spill something or you drop something, like broken glass or something, you can just walk away and the other person will help you out.
Yeah, let's not worry that I was at work at the same time, but I did come and clean it up.
Look, I love that. That's amazing.
It is. We can go through this later, but let's get cooking. So
Red Kevy, really quickly, I saw where can we post our creations. Honestly, if you chuck them on QuakeCon Twitter account, if you at us, the QuakeCon Twitter handle is just at QuakeCon. Alternatively, even if you at Miss Molly, her handle is at MissMolly_makes, or even any of the Bethesda ANZ channels, I will be scoping it out and checking out to see what everyone's doing. But the recipes are also, I'm chucking the recipes online now, so.
Beautiful, yep. And there's, you could, I don't know if Kim, if that's okay, but you can link them in the chat.
100%, yes.
Yeah, cool.
Molly, you seem pretty confident. I mean, you're chipping into a lot of your time.
I am. I've just realised we can stop talking. We're going to get out of here. I'm going to get cooking. So I am doing, there's a variation of this recipe that you can do in a quicker amount of time. So that's what I need. The hunter's pie is that. It's like a hunter, something that you would catch. We're using beef and pork today, mince or ground meat, but you can use chuck beef. The way that the recipe is written is I've adapted it on our website because a lot of the community were like, hey, can we make this with beef? We don't have 3 to 4 hours. So I've adapted it on our website variation to use ground meat instead of like the chuck beef, like the cubed beef, because that needs like low and slow and you need to give it some more attention. So we're going to be using the ground beef today, and it just means that we can do it quicker in the 2 hours. Then we've got some carrots, celery, onion. Hopefully there's no onion tears today. You can definitely do some gamey meat if you want. You can do some venison, would be delicious. Bison would be nice. Then we have some Swiss brown mushrooms. So we'll go through this. I have the recipe here because if you are in our community, you'll know that I mollify. They say that I mollify recipes, so I just make a variation. I do it to my own recipe, so I'm sticking to them as much as possible. Thank you guys. So we have the recipe in chat. So here we have some bacon. I have some pork mince and some beef mince, beef stock powder, some parsley, celery, carrots, water, onion, mushrooms, and we have some herbs and some tomato paste there. I'm all ready because I knew this would be a bit of a challenge. We have some of that limited edition Elder Scrolls hot sauce. So not available anymore, right, Kim?
That's correct. We gave them all away, so they're very limited.
And this bottle is not being opened. I have a pre-production bottle somewhere around the pantry. I'm a little bit scared to go in there because someone's taking up a bit of space in the pantry. What is that?
Oh, it's Mr. Maroon's Dagon himself in the kitchen. Can't handle the heat. He had to go to the pantry.
I know. Keep it like in this little red den here. So let's get into it. Welcome. I hope you guys have been enjoying day 2 of QuakeCon. I really liked the segment just before. It was really good. Really educational. Taking the time to explain what was going on. I really enjoyed it.
Thank you so much. Yeah, no, we always have a great time playing bit of ESO because I'm a bit of a noob, but I think Tamriel Down Under have come to know this and they just carry me through dungeons.
I love how they were like,
are
we going to let Kim do this? We're going to, and then
I know they
really supportive. I think that's what it's important.
They did such a good job
I am a
of
noob
teaching.
gamer as well.
Yes, they're amazing.
Yeah.
They're very, very good.
All right. So what we have here is we're about to get super stylish. Not just this. We've been streaming for about 4 years now, and I have heard every rule in the book. Kim, when it comes to tiers with onions, putting them in the fridge, the freezer, standing upside down, putting a spoon in your mouth, whatever. This is the only bloody thing that works.
Oh, rocket, baby.
These are onion chopping glasses, and they have like a suction around your eye, so they don't create tears. However, you breathe like all the onion juices up your nose. So
I'm terrible with cutting onions. I don't remember. So chat last year, QuakeCon 2020, Johnny and I decided to do a cooking, pre-recorded cooking stream.
Yes.
And I don't know clearly how to cut an onion, and the amount of messages in chat being like, "Oh my god, she's butchering that onion."
I wasn't going to bring the segment up. I wasn't going to bring the segment up until we came to the carrots. Peeling the carrots on nuts.
All right, chat. This is going to be something ready. Okay, I peel carrots every time before I cook. Peeled or unpeeled carrots.
All right, so what we're going to do
serious about
is we've just chopped off one edge, and then we've got the root here. So you're just going to run your knife directly towards the root, and then the flat edge is going to go on the bench. And this has got a little bit of brown skin, but it doesn't matter. You can peel it off if you're worried, but it is still quite moist. You want to remove any of the really dry skin. And what we're going to do is cut 3/4 of the way through to the root, but not all the way through. So we're going to be able to fan the onion out like this, so that you can fan out. Rotate it so that it's running horizontally along your bench, and then slice down. And that has how you really quickly, really simply dice your onion. Like that.
Make it look easy. This is what Johnny tried to explain to me, and I just didn't get it. I was like, I don't understand what you're asking me to do, so I just chopped it, and I cried.
Oh, but the thing about this, like, a stew or, the hunter's pie base of the pie is, it's all going to kind of, the lower and slower you cook it, the more it's going to kind of not really dissolve, but kind of cook down, and it doesn't really matter. As long as it's, I say it doesn't matter what size you chop something, as long as the pieces are even, so that it cooks evenly. That's all you really care about.
All right, I never cut any evenly.
Grab this, and we're just going to put some olive oil in here.
I also thought the same thing. Your knife looks so sharp.
It's a brand new knife. I actually got sent this from a community member a few weeks ago. So it's brand new. Very, very lucky. That's why it's a bit sharp. Awesome. I do struggle with just the confidence of sharpening my own knives. I just feel like I'll screw it up, so I just rather get someone else to do it. But then I never get it done.
The person we had to come to our house to sharpen our knives cut his finger on our knives, and he doesn't come back anymore.
No. He was handing, he gave me all the knives, and he came into our house, and he handed them to me, and he was like, "Oh, I've left the small one." So he went out and got it, and he brought it back to me, and it was so small and nimble that he was being silly and he like flicked it like this and then he cut himself. And I was like, oh, and it was all good. You know, there was no worries. We tried to get him back maybe 6 months later. 6 or 8 months later. And he's had like hurt himself like properly. So shout out to Mark. Hope you're doing well.
Amazing.
All right. So we have olive oil. We're going to add in our onion. So we've skipped the step with the beef. If you were using the chuck beef, you would cube that and pan fry that in your olive oil with some salt and pepper and brown it nicely and then remove it. So we're not going to go do that bit yet. We've got our onion and we're going to add some garlic. I don't know how many garlic lovers are in the stream. Do you guys like garlic?
I love garlic. Chat, if you don't like garlic, It's just like, I know that there's a lot of people in the chat who play ESO. Oh, also chat, sorry. Twitch drops are switched on. So if you do play ESO, make sure that you have your Twitch account linked and you'll be receiving drops as part of this stream. But for all our people who do play ESO, this is a very cheese-heavy stream. And I just found out that Bastion hates cheese, who's one of the companions in the game that you can get. He hates cheese. So if you hate garlic and you hate cheese... I was
wondering why everyone was bringing it up in chat. Okay.
Oh, yes. Look, everyone loves garlic. Fine.
Garlic. Okay, good.
However, it might be a controversial opinion, but how do you feel about garlic bread?
Oh, I like garlic bread. Garlic bread's great.
And Molly?
I don't like garlic bread. Because unless it's like homemade, good quality garlic bread, I feel like the ones from like Domino's and
that's fair.
The really cheap quality ones that come in the aluminium foil that are just.
That you just throw in the oven?
Nah. Yeah. Sorry, guys. I'm a hater. No, sorry. I have a few unpopular opinions. I keep them to myself because our community doesn't really like it. Yes. No garlic bread for me.
Okay. Look, if it's made yourself, probably better. So
yeah. If it's self-made, then it's good.
That.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I agree.
All right. So we're just sauteing our onion and garlic in here. And then we're going to add our bacon. So I have some chopped bacon. So this is streaky bacon, but you can use whatever you like. And this is going to add some really nice flavor. You got the saltiness in there. So be mindful of, all of your ingredients. You've got some saltiness coming through from your bacon. So then you might not need to add salt and pepper. Salt until later. We have a rule around here that is ABT. It's always be tasting. It means that throughout the dish, you want to be taste testing, tweaking your seasoning if you want to add more. You can't ever take away, so like go incremental with your seasoning and your salt and pepper and your seasoning, and then taste it before you serve it up. Okay? So ABT.
ABT, I like this rule.
Yeah, start small, that's it. 100%. Someone just did the exclamation mark donate. So, Kim, do you want to talk about this?
Yes,
what's going on here?
Actually. Beautiful. So essentially, as part of QuakeCon, every year we team up with a couple of charities to do, to raise some money. So this year we've got Asian Americans Advancing Justice, the Trevor Project, LDF, Dallas Pets Alive, and Four Paws. UNICEF is also one of our charities that we're sponsoring, but they're, I believe at the moment it's not currently working, but that doesn't mean that you can't donate later. But these are some of the charities that we are supporting. So please, if you, feel like supporting any of these charities, the Tiltify link, Moobot is jumping through. Otherwise, it's !charity to bring that up.
Fantastic.
That's awesome. Thank you. Is this something that happens every QuakeCon?
Yeah, every QuakeCon. So I think we did Trevor Project last year, Four Paws, and Dallas Pets Alive. I know that we do a lot of, we do shirts as well, which are amazing. They're kind of like a mishmash between like an animal and, one of our games. So I think this year it's Pugcubus, which is a pug cross, Mancubus from Doom. So nice and fun. And then Cat Loop, which is our Death Loop crossover. So
nice.
Yeah, lots of really fun stuff.
All right, so while that's just sauteing, I'm just going to push that away. and we're gonna come over and do our veggies. So I have carrot, and I am team no peel. I don't think that it's important to peel the carrots, especially when they're going into a stew. You get a lot more nutrients, but it's up to you. It does look prettier in some dishes.
Proper way of eating it. I just do it because I said to Molly, I don't like the furry bits or the white bits on it. I don't know why.
Understandable. Yep. All right. So what we're gonna do is I've washed these, and you want to always make sure that everything is stable on your bench. So what you can do is, just to make sure everything's nice and fresh, you top and tail, so take off the top and the bottom. And what I do is I just run my knife across and cut it into about thirds. Your celery is going to be one of those things that you want to chop small so it adds flavor, but you don't necessarily see it. You can if you want and make it a bit chunkier, but it's up to you. I don't really love the flavor of celery, so I like to make sure I do, maybe 1 to 2 stalks, not overbearing. But it's very common to have what's called a mirepoix, which is your carrot, your celery, your onion is very, very common in a lot of French food, and that's the basis of a stew. So we're just going to slice this up. So Kim, what type of food do you like to eat?
Honestly, I can be really, really picky, but I'm willing to try anything. I'm half Filipino, so I love all types of Asian dishes. I'm willing to try anything and everything.
I love a good pancit.
Oh yeah, pancit. My mum is the best pancit maker. So I didn't inherit any of the cooking skills. My brother did. So, Chad, if you watched my QuakeCon stream last year, you could possibly agree with me. But yes, I do love a lot of Asian dishes. I absolutely love. I love spicy food. American barbecue always looks so good. It always just looks so good. So I'm super interested in that. And my best friend is vegetarian, so I've recently tried like a lot of vegetarian foods. And she's got some great recipes that she's been sharing. So I've been kind of branching out a little bit.
Yeah, that's really, it's one of our, we have a recipe testing team, and one of our community members is vegetarian in there, and it's so great because she challenges me to get out of my comfort zone and try things like you were saying.
Yep.
And,
Exactly.
Try different foods, and also make variations of food, that how you can do the plant-based meats and tofus and things like that. What is your favorite thing that your friends bought, like what recipe or something like that you've liked of hers?
She's done some really easy ones, like there was one, I can't remember who the chef was that made it, but it was like a cauliflower steak, and essentially you just slice the cauliflower kind of like thick, so it almost becomes like a piece of like, like a schnitzel kind of thing, and then you crumb it in like, I think it was like panko crumbs and like a lot of these other toppings and spices, and then you just like, you can either deep fry it or air fry it. Deep frying, I like my deep fryer, and you just put it in. And it's delicious. It actually almost tastes like chicken, but you obviously know that it's a good way to eat your vegetables, especially cauliflower. Like, I love cauliflower, like baked or with like herbs and spices on it. Best thing.
Bullseye said, "How do you like your tofu soft?" I personally, I haven't eaten a lot of tofu. Tofu is actually really versatile. You can bake with it and put it into cakes and cheesecakes. And the only way I really love it is when it's talking about deep fried on top of laksa. Really good, like a Thai noodle soup or something. Oh god, it's so good. Like sucks up all the flavor.
Yes.
Very, very yum.
Yep. Yeah, no, that's the way I like my tofu. It's the deep fried tofu puffs. I always get them from the Asian grocer. Best thing ever. But admittedly, I went to Japan a few years ago, and I went to this like really authentic Japanese restaurant, and they served like soft tofu, and it was like unlimited soft tofu, and it was amazing. And all it was, just a little bit of soy sauce on top. It's really good, but it needed something. I find that tofu needs something to go with it for it to taste amazing.
I agree.
Unlimited? That I've never heard of such
Unlimited,
a thing.
yeah. So it was like the Japanese restaurant was known for its tofu, and so they just constantly bring it out in like small bowls, obviously, because they do eat from small bowls. And they just constantly bring that out, and you just, keep eating. And I was like, okay, that's great. But they have the other dishes as well that you can order, but the tofu, you can just go crazy.
Ooh, sounds good.
Yeah, it was great.
Right. Exceed, do you
All
like
right.
tofu?
I haven't really tried too much. I mean, Molly does all the cooking in this household, if you hadn't guessed by now.
What do you mean? You make a really good toasted sandwich.
That is my favourite. Tomato and cheese on a toasted bread.
You can't go wrong.
The classic.
We should probably
I
ask
do-
Kim what level vegetarian she is.
Do you like Vegemite, Kim?
Oh yeah, I love Vegemite. Absolutely, 100%.
It's true blue.
Sorry, I
That's
interrupted
it.
your tofu answer, Exceed.
I think tofu is like, I feel like if we gave it a shot, it would be good. I just feel like we haven't tried enough. From my
Yeah.
experience with it, it does absorb flavor like really well. So it's all about what you have around it and what you have
Yeah,
on it.
definitely.
I mean, it sounds like deep frying it is the way to go, but yeah, I want to try more.
Nice.
Okay, so it says add finely chopped carrots. They're kind of fine. I wanted to do them a little bit chunkier. And
It looks so good. Bacon just looks good when it's cooking in any kind
oh,
of
doesn't
container.
it? Yeah.
It just looks amazing. Yep, chat, I just dropped a pink torch bug code in there. So first in, first serve, redeem it in-game. I've still got a couple left, so keep an eye out. And you're also earning Twitch drops. Only need to watch for 15 minutes, but if you stick around, I would love that. And we're also giving away our QuakeCon boxes, so stick around.
It's all happening.
It is all happening. Cooking, freebies. I'm actually really hungry. I haven't had breakfast.
You haven't had breakfast.
I haven't had breakfast.
Is it 4 o'clock for you right now?
It is 4 p.m. for me in
Cool.
New South Wales, so a little hungry, but you know, I'll make it.
And here you are with me cooking in front of you, and you can hear all
Yeah.
the sounds and whatnot.
It's beautiful.
Alrighty, so we've got some brown mushrooms, and so I was taught that you should never wash mushrooms because they're like sponges. You should just always brush them off and wipe them. I don't know, there's some probably people that know a lot more than I, and you can tell me your mushroom opinions. So all I do is I just wipe any dirt off. If there's anything, obviously they come from the ground, so there can be potential dirt there. But all I want to do is quarter them like that. Looks super cute. Always wash them. You can peel them, yes, 100%.
Yeah.
That is, Garish said you can peel them.
I usually peel mine for anything and everything.
Yeah.
I'm clearly one of those people that just peels all my vegetables.
Well, I wash veggies, but sometimes I don't always wash veggies if they've come out of the fridge. Like sometimes if there's like lettuce and leeks and things like that, but I don't always wash them before I eat them. And Exceed will, like, he hates it. Like, I'll pick up an apple and then out of the fridge because I know it's clean and I'll just eat it. And he was just like, you gotta wash it before you eat it. Like, you can't do that.
I also peel my apples.
I was going to say something before, but I thought
I only
surely
peel
not.
apples when I'm cooking with them. Not always. If I
Peel everything.
You peel them when you're eating them, like, off the core?
Straight, I peel, I gotta peel it
Can't
off.
do the skin.
I can't do skin. Like, I don't know why. You know what? I think it's like, my mum used to do this. I think it was to get me to eat vegetables and fruits as a kid. I'd be too lazy to peel like an orange. Who's gonna sit there and peel an orange? So my mother would do, like, she'd peel an orange, she'd peel an apple, she would peel everything, chop it up, put it in a bowl, and that was the easiest way to get us to consume them. So now it's just, as an adult, I still do the same thing. I don't know if it's not the texture. I don't mind the texture of skin. I just don't think I like skin on my. I'm just spoiled that way. It's terrible.
All right, so we're going to go in with our tomato paste, our bay leaves, and our herbs. There we go. Mix them in. Starts to smell amazing already.
Can confirm.
So we're going to be the last recipe we're going to be making today is the cheese fondue. Kim, I don't know if you had an opportunity to make any of them yet, but if you guys do.
I did. I made
did you
but you know what? It's not one of the recipes you're not doing right now. I did the curried. I can never get this right. Curried squib.
I'm glad I'm not the only one.
I can never get the.
Out of all of them, I don't know how to say the what's it called? The
Squama?
no, the cyrillic. Because I was
now I was calling it
chirodilic. I was calling it chirodilic the whole stream, and everyone's like trying to tell me in chat, and I just couldn't understand how to read things with pronunciation. It's really, really hard.
Yeah,
when this one,
especially for ESO.
Azorga's Red Frothgar, I was kept stumbling over Azorga. I couldn't say it properly.
Yep. And
the risotto was very nice, though. That's the one you were talking about?
Yeah, so I made the risotto, and my other half was like, this is amazing. And I was like, do you like it? Mine didn't look as yellow as yours, though. Like, yours had this really golden, like, curry color, and mine came out, like, a little bit pale. And I was like, what happened?
Did you use yellow or red food, red curry paste?
I used the red one.
Yeah, so I think I wrote in both of them, you can use either. The yellow will give you a really, really vibrant yellow color, like that.
Okay, that's it then.
And
Did
so
you take
you've done
your
nothing wrong.
skin
You've
off
done
the
nothing
rice?
No, I poured it straight in.
Crazy.
I know, off brand.
So here's the opportunity. You can add the hot sauce if you want, hot sauce of your choice. So the one that I created the recipe with was the Elder Scrolls Blackwood hot sauce of Oblivion. It's limited edition, but you can use any hot sauce, sriracha, something like Asian style if you wanted to, but anything you prefer, or leave it out completely. There we go.
But the hot sauce is great.
It is so hot. When Kim told us, because when we were collaborating, maybe in about May, I think it was about May, because we were doing the streams all of June, and Kim said, "Oh, we're creating this hot sauce. It's gonna be habanero and mango," and I was like, "Nice! Like that's gonna be super good, really versatile to be used in the recipes." And then it arrives, and it is the hottest sauce. I give it to Exceed in his office over on a chip, I think, Exceed. We both went to our desks and we ate them, and we were both coughing across the house, and you could hear each other like choking, and we're like, "That, Kim, that's not hot. That is like ridiculous."
Burning.
So now I'm not opening this bottle because I've created the recipes, and I still have only used maybe like 3 to 4 drops in each recipe because it's so hot.
It is enough, one drop is enough to just add like that flavor to whatever dish you're cooking, right? Any more than that, and it's like, okay, this is a little bit hot, and like you probably need a cup of milk sitting right next to it. It is.
It'll last a long time.
It
chat,
will last
are you guys in chat? Do you guys like hot sauce? Are you a fiend for Oblivion, or you're like me, who is a little bit of a wuss? I like flavor. I like hot sauces that have flavor, like a jalapeno and pineapple, or even though I'm quite allergic to pineapple, I do love the flavor of it. And mango was really nice. I like sweet, spicy hot sauce. You love the burn. Okay. Pepper is so spicy for me, cos sheep. Okay. Hot sauce plus for Red Kevy. Okay. All right. I like it. Fruit-based hot sauce is amazing. I agree with that for sure.
A day without chili is a day without sunshine. I love it.
Who said that? That's a good one.
That's a great line.
Okay, I gotta hurry up. I'm just dawdling here. So mushrooms, We're gonna sprinkle over the flour. So I've just got a bit of plain flour here, and this is gonna help. No, hold on. I haven't added the meat yet. Let's go in with our beef.
Sorry, chat. I am whispering to a couple of people right now, so keep an eye on your DMs or your whispers. I've got some boxes to give away.
Yes. So this is the really boring part of the process, just cooking down your beef. And the reason I'm using ground beef is that it just cuts the cooking time in like a quarter. Comparison to using chuck beef or like a slow cooking beef cheek or whatever. Everything works. This is a beautiful winter warmer, but sometimes if you're busy after work, maybe you've got kids, you don't want something to take 4-5 hours, and this is a great alternative. Cad said my DMs are open, Kim. Everyone's excited.
I've only got 5 chats, so I'm just can't give everyone one. But look,
And maybe for the newcomers, how do people win? What do they do? How does it work?
Yep, so for the 5 boxes that we've got, look, chat, we're just looking for really supportive people in the chat. If you've been enjoying QuakeCon, essentially, we're just giving it away to anyone in the community. It's completely at random, so there's no select criteria, no hashtags, no posting anything. This is literally just as a thank you for coming and joining us for QuakeCon. Specifically, this is a little Australian gift, so we'll be coming from Australia, so if you're living overseas, it might take a while to get to you, but trust me, we'll get them posted out, I promise.
And
It'll be worth the wait.
It'll be worth
for
the
those
wait.
that don't live in Australia, it's going to be perfect for your winter. We're just going into spring right now, and it's getting warmer. If you look outside, it's still quite wintry. That's the side of our house, our backyard. It is still a little bit cold, but I know you guys where it snows, where it's really chilly, you guys are gonna love it. It's gonna be amazing. Super, super comfy, those oversized hoodies.
They are very comfortable and very warm, very fluffy.
All right. So now what we're gonna do is
Now, Molly, you did want a time check. We're just coming up 40 minutes.
Really? Oh my god. Okay. So Exceed, you're gonna have to talk to Kim. I'm gonna be powering through. Look at this.
We did say that you were a bit
I know. I'm a bit of a
casual at
talker
the
though.
start.
I'm a bit of a talker, and this is the first opportunity I've had to chat properly with Kim. So usually over, emails and messages and stuff. So
I know.
You gotta get to know her, you know.
That's it. I'm
Get to know
here.
chat. All right.
Alright, chat. I've got a few more keys left.
There we go. And I should have added this before, but this is going to be your beef stock powder. And there's an option here to add red wine if you wanted to. If you don't want to use red wine for any reason, we're going to cook the alcohol off, but for any reason, obviously the rating of the game, PG today, you can use just more beef stock. Okay? There you go.
Beautiful. It's looking great.
Looks really good. Doesn't smells amazing. Just gonna add a little bit more beef.
Oh my god, I'm so hungry. I haven't had breakfast. But I'm not gonna lie, my partner did come in and drop off a bowl of chips to me. So I am
real
snack-
MVP.
But the real question is what flavour chips? Are they like hot chips or hot chips?
Hot chips. The hot chips.
Oh, that's
yeah. They've
that's
been
breakfast.
sitting here.
What are you talking about?
I haven't eaten anything though because I don't know how close I am to the microphone. I just don't want anyone to hear me munching.
Crunchy.
I'm gonna eat one now and chat. If you hear me eating, I apologize. I'm gonna lean away from my mic.
Go.
All right, I'll just sizzle. Oh, there's no sizzling action going on.
I don't think anyone heard that. Okay, good.
No.
No chicken salt on the chips. It's got like a Mexican salt. It's good.
If you guys aren't Australian, you need to Amazon yourself some chippy salt. Chicken salt or chippy salt. Seriously, I think that's better. One of the better things that have come out of Australia. We got Hugh Jackman, we got Chris Hemsworth, we got Vegemite, but chippy salt is like an unknown, gold mine. Seriously, chippy salt.
I feel like we take it for granted.
We do take it for granted, yeah, definitely.
I was at my mum's house for dinner, and we had chippy salt on top of apricot chicken, and I don't think there's anything more Australian than that.
I think that's amazing.
There we go. So it's chicken flavored salt. That's all it's. But it's magic. It's magic in a bottle. Tim Tams are good. Only really unpopular opinion again. I only like the original
Here it
ones.
comes.
Oh yeah, no, I like the original ones.
The other ones they're not worth it. What is worth it is a mint slice though. A mint slice.
Oh yeah, great.
Every day.
Best.
You pound them out. Do you Exceed every day?
I would. My wife would let me buy them.
Well, I actually have a packet in my office.
That's it.
It's just like, what?
Oh, really?
I had a girls' night 2 weeks ago, a week ago, and so I bought some, and then I just took them into my office because I was having a cup of tea the other day.
Yep. Best with a cup of tea or a little cup of milk.
Oh,
Look at that. It's a jam.
So this is our hunter's pie. This recipe is on the Bethesda socials. You'll be able to get the recipe card and also our website. Like I said, you can use ground beef, ground pork, venison, chunky chuck beef if you wanted to. We're just going to let this simmer and help those veggies cook. We're going to transfer it to a pie dish with a big chunk of puff pastry on top and bake it in the oven at about 200 degrees Celsius for 400 Fahrenheit.
For those that do check out the recipe and remake it, as some are saying in chat, we would love to see it. Yes. However you can get it to either us or I'm sure Bethesda would as well. That would be awesome.
I'm also just going to drop in chat your website with all of the recipes on there because we made another one as well, which I mentioned. This is the one that I made, which is here we go. Curried kwama squib risotto. I got it.
Boom.
Woohoo! And it's amazing. It's delicious.
Thank you. So Cyborg Goldfish just said, looks pretty healthy and hearty. Well, we're about to go downhill from there then. We're going to be making some wedges. So we're making port hunting cheese fries.
This is my favorite.
Well, you have eaten your fair share of fondue. So these are recipes that I created in conjunction with Bethesda. It was June, wasn't it? So to celebrate the release of the Blackwood expansion. And there's also some that we did with Doom as well. But there's a whole bunch of recipes that are available to you guys. And it's a lot of fun because that's what we do. We are a cooking stream. This isn't a once-off. Exceed and myself, we are, partners in life. We're a team of the channel. And we pride ourselves on our production value and making food fun. So it's been, it's been such a huge milestone in our, life to be able to work with Bethesda and bring you some goodness.
Oh, that roasted beet and millet salad looked so good. But the chips look great as well. The chips are the best.
Yeah.
They're amazing. Yes.
So the port hunting cheese fries, so from the little port town of Port Hunting. We
got it.
Now we have royal blue potatoes. I'm a huge fan of these. Do you guys want to keep looking at this? Do you want me to take it down? Let me know. These are royal blue potatoes. They're like a Yukon Gold potato, from my understanding. If you're in Australia, I know they're a little bit more expensive, but do yourself a favor and just try them. Mashed potato roasties, but they're phenomenal. They're really, really good potatoes. Okay.
I can confirm that we did actually a couple of months ago. We did a blind taste test of all the potatoes we could find, and we charted it out. We graphed it up, and it did actually come out statistically on top.
Yeah. We had purple potatoes, about 6 varieties of different potatoes that we could find at the farmer's market and whatever. And we did roasting, mashing, chipping, all that type of thing. And these come out on top. So they are a purple skin. They're called royal blue, but they're like a purple skin. And what we're going to do is cut them in half. You'll see that they've got a bright yellow flesh. And so you want to cut them in half, then half again. And then diagonally into wedges like that, right? And this is a no stress, super easy recipe. If you don't want to do the cheese sauce, just make some really banging wedges. We're going to toss these with some seasoning, some cumin, paprika, garlic powder, oil, and they make really good wedges or fries. Like that. And I've got a lot more because I know that Exceed would love to eat them after stream.
I left my drink bowl out in the other room. Oh no. Sorry.
Run and grab it. You can run and grab it.
No, you know what? The other half is gonna...
You haven't had breakfast, so we need to make sure you're hydrated.
That's a big day.
It's a big day. Look, I think my other half is watching the stream. If you are, can you bring a bottle? Otherwise, I'm gonna send a message. Drink a bottle.
This is the life of a streamer, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes, this is a shun knife. For those that are asking what knife I use, This is a shun.
And Molly,
Damascus.
interesting, I've noticed you leave the skin on the potatoes.
Controversial
Here we go.
opinion.
Yes, I know. I told you. The only thing that I really peel is apples when I'm making apple pie.
Yep.
I have, I don't know, like bad memories of just peeling things and just the time consuming. We kind of joke around in our stream. I say that I'm like a hashtag lazy cook, but it's not laziness. It's kind of like you pick your battles, or you kind of like work smarter, not harder kind of thing. I don't really care that the skin, it tastes good. Whatever. Yeah.
I don't know if you'll be able to convince me.
Okay. All right. I don't mind.
Sorry,
but
I'm getting
when
food
you
dropped
when you
into me
do, I have a masher. When I mash these potatoes, my masher is metal, which I really recommend. Is a metal masher. It does this thing where it collects the skins, and so probably about 50% of the skins get held in the masher, and yeah, it's good.
I didn't know that was a feature of our masher.
Yeah, but then it's really hard to clean.
Oh, okay.
You've got to
I
kind
knew
of like
that.
soak it. Yeah, you got to soak it.
Oh my goodness, I
Potatoes are
love
good
this.
with everything. Oh, boil
I
and
would
mash them.
remove
stick
the
them.
eyes though. My mum always said, don't leave the potatoes enough eyes to see to jump out of the pot.
Really?
I really like that.
So,
I love that.
do you want me to tell you that I actually didn't know what an eye of a potato was until probably 2 years ago, when I had never heard the term eye, and it was one of our New York community members was talking about taking an eye out, and I was like, huh? And then still don't even really understand what an eye is. Is it like the little like lumps?
Yeah, it's like the dentures, isn't it? Like the little
Yeah.
yeah,
Okay.
those things, isn't it? Or the where the roots would grow out. Those things.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, those
and
things.
so
Yeah, I think
another
that's what
thing I can tell you guys that I know, if you're this is fine, completely fine to just break these off, these little kind of growth, as long as your potato is still firm. It's 100% okay. So don't worry about thinking that this is a bad potato. It's not. It's just very, very normal when there's humidity and they sit in your pantry. I've had them probably about 3 or 4 days. All you just do is break them off and they're 100% okay. If they start to feel like a little bit of resistance and they're going a little bit soft, then they're no good. But don't waste good food. You don't need to throw them out. Okay.
What food delivery did you get, Kim? I heard you got a little
Did you know?
visitor before.
Oh, how did you? Okay, so my partner hasn't also had
caught.
breakfast, and then he hadn't had lunch, and so he went and ordered a little bit of delivery. Believe it or not, he could have made loaded fries because that's what he's purchased. So it's loaded fries, and if you heard the can of Coke being opened in the background,
Love it.
that is also me. Look, chat, I haven't had breakfast. It's I was up early. First stream we had was 2:30, but I still had some last minute preparations to do, so I'm pretty hungry.
Absolutely.
But,
No shame. You enjoy it.
Thank you. I will enjoy it. But chat, I'm
Is
gonna
it
lean
just a
away
regular
from the mic.
Coke?
It is just regular, full sugar.
Sometimes
No
like
shame.
I like regular Coke, but
Yeah.
I want to know your feelings on post mix, because I feel like post mix hits different, and I'm a big
Oh.
fan. I know a lot of people think it's watered down. I'm a fan. I want to know about you guys. You guys like post mix Coke? Like I'm talking about the one that you see like comes out of the machine that goes like white brown, white brown, white brown. You know, like the Macca's Coke.
Like the ones you get at the cinema when you go
Yeah,
and get your own
yeah.
cup and fill it.
That's
No,
it.
I like my, can of Coke, or they always say that glass bottled Coke is best.
Well, that was the discussion lately. Is
Okay.
Glass, is it
Versus
glass,
cans.
bottle, or can? Is the
I'd say
best.
glass bottle. For any
But
kind
what about
of
the
like.
plastic bottle?
Oh no, I don't know. Like, I'm sure it is like the same. But I think I just prefer like it hits different when it comes from the glass bottle. Look,
Yeah,
You are
look at
right.
Chat. Glass bottles, Coke stays colder. That's it. Glass
So
is
we're gonna
definitely
You
have
do
better.
pay a
potatoes?
premium for it.
That's
We're gonna-
true.
Add in some olive oil, like this. Good splash of olive oil. And then here I have some cumin, paprika, some garlic powder, salt, and some chili. Okay, so we're just gonna give that a shake and add it all over. Is post-mix an Aussie term? Oh, okay. Like the
fountain.
when you go to the fountain drinks. Then a fountain drink where you get. We call them post-mix because they're mixed. I don't know why they're called post-mix. They're mixed up.
Yeah, I don't know either.
Into the cup. I have no idea. But I just know that the term is post-mix. What cookbook is she using? I am using a recipe that I've created. They're on our website, and they are also on Bethesda's Twitter and social media. They're all linked. There'll be some links in chat as well. So we're making port hunting cheese fries. There's 4 altogether, 4 recipes that we've created. 3 of them we're making today. So port hunting cheese fries.
Well, hopefully we're 52 minutes in, Molly.
Oh God. Okay, I'm hurrying. Then we have the hunter's pie. So this is our like hearty beef and mushroom, bacon, carrot, celery pie, stew pie. Already. And then we're also doing fondue. Okay. This there is a cookbook as well. I have it here. For those that aren't familiar, there is also a Elder Scrolls cookbook.
And it does include the sweet rolls.
It does. These are pretty banging. So this is the official cookbook. This is the Hawker loaf. Pretty good. I do like this.
Nice.
So you guys can check this out. Amazon Inside Editions as well. There's a discount code as well hanging around. We don't get anything for it, but if you can give you guys a discount, then I would love to share it with you, if that's okay, Kim.
Yeah, look, I don't have anything right now, but look, chat, let me look into it for next time.
I think
right?
so. We have a discount code.
Oh, you do? Oh, yeah, amazing.
Yeah, I think Molly was asking for permission to be able to share it, if that's okay.
Yeah, shoot me the link.
Like, it's not an affiliate code or anything. You just get 35% off. So
nice. Chat, I've also noticed that you're concerned about some bots picking up the pink torchbug keys. So I've only got a handful left. I've still got some of the QuakeCon boxes left though. So I will DM people instead. So I'm not going to be chucking them in the chat anymore. So not first base, whoever gets there first, just in case. I agree with you, sure. If there's a bot in here, damn bots. I will be messaging a couple people instead then with the keys. So keep an eye on your whispers instead.
Yep. Keep active in chat, ask questions at us. So if we want to get our attention, if you want any questions about the food, feel free to ask. You might need to ask maybe once or twice. Okay, so that is just the seasoning all mixed together with your oil, and then I put a tray somewhere. So organized. Like this. You can line it if you want to, you don't have to. Then we're just going to chuck that on there like that. Spread it onto a nice layer.
That looks so good already. Like,
I was just admiring it.
Yeah.
So, like I said before, these are just amazing as wedges. Toss them in some parmesan when they come out of the oven and some parsley, and they are phenomenal. You've got your paprika, your cumin, your garlic powder. Play around with your seasonings, a little bit of olive oil, and that's all you need. We've just gone the extra mile and made a cheese sauce to make them the port hunting cheese fries, or wedges, whatever you call them. Okay. So just to be clear, so you guys know, and these recipes are not in the cookbook, okay? These ones are on the Bethesda social media.
They're free.
They're free. Yes.
Make sure you make them and tag us.
Yes, please do. Otherwise, chat, I'm just going to drop in every now and again the recipes link to Miss Molly's site with all the recipes there, because there was one that we're not making today, which is the... Yes. Oh no, I'm opening it up again. Here we go. curried kwama squib risotto. I've got it now.
That's
all right, I do need to open it up every single time. So I will drop one in again. So it's just there. There's a whole bunch of recipes on there, but all of the ESO recipes are sitting there for everyone.
There we go.
Thank you so much.
Welcome.
Molly, Parallel Dreams asks, what is your favorite food?
I am going to give you a really boring answer and say it depends. I've come to realize over the last few months, I'm more of a savory person. If I had to choose something, I get this question so often that I don't have a direct, it depends. Tiramisu is probably one of my favorite desserts ever because it's kind of like coffee, a little bit savory but a little bit sweet. Exceed knows me better than sometimes I know myself. Exceed, what do I really love that's...
You have for a long time, you've loved making and enjoying your own cheesecake.
Oh.
Yeah, low key, pretty banging cheesecake. Chocolate chip cookie dough cheesecake is something that I've been making for years for my family, and I've never given anyone the recipe. Probably because I change it all the time. But yeah, like cheesecake is something I really enjoy to eat and also make. Cheesecake, you guys love cheesecake and love tiramisu. We should be friends. Look at this. The website for the tofu cheesecake. I have never made a tofu cheesecake. It's something that I want to experiment with. So you're more than welcome to come and hang out with us. This is obviously like the Bethesda event, but we are a cooking stream. So you're more than welcome to hang out with us and watch the experiment. Or if you've made a cheesecake with tofu, come and tell me.
A cheesecake with tofu?
Yeah,
that sounds very interesting.
I was saying that before. So they used... See, you guys would know better than I do. Some soft tofu, and it's kind of like cream cheese. Like you blend it. I don't know. We're very lactose heavy today, aren't we, with our chat?
We are a little lactose heavy today.
All right, so we're going to get into the cheese sauce, which I don't need this. We need a saucepan. So this is different because I want to make the full recipe. The cheese sauce for this is different to the fondue. This is based on like a regular bechamel kind of based white sauce with cheese in it, whereas the fondue is like all cheese. This is a little bit different, so I want you guys to be aware. We're just gonna go here, turn the heat on, bang in some butter. You guys enjoying the cooking? Have you guys ever done any themed food before? Or been inspired by
Molly,
video game food?
Before we get it in chat, why is our butter so yellow?
So our butter is yellow because of Australian cows, the good moo-moos, they eat the grass. So grass-fed is different to the grain-fed. And so Australian moo-moos are happy cows because they eat the grass. And that's why the grass... the chlorophyll, I don't know. That's all I remember from biology. I am a nurse by trade. I didn't do biology. I did the human version. So I don't know exactly why it is, but it's something to do with grass.
Nice. Okay, that's so interesting.
Yeah.
That's like, I think the first time I went to London and someone cracked, like, I saw, like, their breakfast and the egg yolk was orange and I freaked out.
Yep.
And I was like, why is it so orange? Like, the eggs that I always get from, like, store-bought eggs. Like, the yolk is kind of yellow, and then when I went to London, they were orange, and it's like, they're fed different diets, so...
Yep. So it's all about, with meat as well. Wagyu especially is like high fat content because the cows in Japan are a high fat diet, and that what an animal eats comes through their meat with flavor, but also appearance, and that's why where it comes to certain ingredients, you should know what they're eating or the quality of them. If you don't want an animal to be eaten like a crappy diet, because then it will taste like crappy or stressed. That all comes through in the actual flavor and also the appearance as well. Yeah.
Right.
So we've got here our butter. So I'm just turning that heat down. And we're going to go ahead and add our garlic. Again, more garlic. I'm going to hurry because I'm talking too much.
You can never have too much garlic.
This is true. This is true. So. Do you think that you're more sweet or savory with your food, Kim?
That's an excellent question. I think. Oh, I don't know. That's too hard. My brain just exploded. I don't know.
It's all dependent on your mood, right?
That's true. That is 100% true. It depends on like I love like sugary like treats. I'm all about it. I love that stuff. Like I can really get stuck into it. But then like savory stuff, I suppose like. Oh, really? I know I'm hungry. I've got my chips in front of me. I know this, but like I love like a good. I'm a bit of a carnivore. Like I said, I am trying to become a little bit more conscious of my vegetarian diet, and I've been trying different things. But a good steak, like a really good one, like cooked really well
cooked
with
on the
like
grill, where it's like a little bit crusty.
Crust. Yeah, I love that. With a bit of garlic butter as well, like, and like done in like a pan. It's so good. Yes.
Pan-fried mozzarella? Oh, Anthony, that sounds good. Yes.
Oh, yum.
That sounds great.
Where can we find the recipes? I will link in the chat again.
All right, so we're just cooking this. So this is your butter, your garlic, and then plain flour. And then I'm going to switch to my whisk. So this is how you make a really simple white sauce, whether you're making your white sauce, your bechamel for lasagna, whatever you like. It's really, really important. Go lower with your temperature. And as it starts to thicken, add a little bit more of your milk. There we go.
Ooh, I can confirm the giveaway's a real chat. We've just had a very happy community member post in Discord. They just won a QuakeCon box. Thank you so much.
No way, that's exciting.
Good.
All right. They are
I'm glad we're reaching out to people and getting them there.
Okay, here we go. So add this. If you heat it too high, what happens? It's gonna thicken really, really quickly, and then it's gonna cause like clumping, and it's really hard to, it's a lot more work to get it back to where it needs to be. So if you slowly increase the temperature, I think it's around the 90 degrees Celsius. There's like a whole science around with the starches start to like burst open, and then they start to thicken. So you need to get it to that temperature, at least I think it's 90 degrees, and then slowly incorporate your milk as you're whisking consistently. And you want the balance where you've continue to cook the flour so it removes that floury taste. There we go. We're going to add in our Dijon mustard. It's very plain flavored at the moment. It's just flour, garlic, and milk with a little bit of butter.
Is the QuakeCon hoodie, is that a limited... They can't buy that anywhere, right? Is that...
Unfortunately, no. It's just something that we made specifically for this event here in Australia.
Nice.
Oh, Australia, ANZ only as well. How exclusive.
I know, we made them here. It's all custom. Thank you to
So the
Sophie.
happy hoodie, is that correct?
It is a very happy hoodie. I think, it's, but yeah, they're super comfy, they're super fluffy, and yes, we made them here, so, but I am sending, so I've had a couple of people ask, yes, if you live in the States or, outside of Australia, that's fine. If you win one, I can actually send them overseas, so
good.
I actually only have one box left, but I've still got a few pink torchbug codes left, so I will be sending some off.
Nice. So when it comes to gaming, Kim, you said you're a little bit of a noob like me, but what type of genre are you into? What type of...
Okay, so I'm a noob on ESO.
Oh, okay, all right.
You're
full on everything else.
I am full on, so I'm normally a first-person shooter player, so that's kind of are my jam. So Doom is definitely one of my favorite games. I do like Skyrim, which is obviously not a first-person shooter, but I love Skyrim. Just that was one of my favorite
With enough
games.
mods, it can be anything.
Oh, it can be anything. Honestly, the modding community for that is just absolutely incredible. So Skyrim has been one of my favorite games when it came out. Thank you, Rosalie, for my SO run earlier. I did die. I fell down a hole, but look, it's fine. I made it back out. But yeah, Doom is like fantastic. One of my favorite shooters. And I'm very okay. Here we go. This is a little insight
I just
into
lost my whisk
Kim.
on the floor.
Oh no, Molly. So I love vampires. Vampires are totally my jam. And we actually recently announced a new game that we've got coming out called Redfall, which is a 4-player co-op vampire hunter shooter game, which is done by Arcane, and I am so excited for it. So
It looks so good.
It looks intense and it looks really fun and super lighthearted. Yes, Anaconda Squeezy. I know. I'm very excited for Redfall. So
It's a day one for me.
Oh, it's a day one. It's certainly a day one. So I cannot wait until we launch that game. But that's anything shooter related, because I don't have to think too much. Just aim and just go crazy. So.
All right, so that is our cheese sauce, guys. So for the port hunting cheese fries, you got your. We started with our butter, then we added our garlic, plain flour, milk, Dijon mustard, the tasty cheddar cheese. I add a little bit of parmesan in there as well, and then salt and pepper. And it starts to look like that. And this would be good in lasagna. This would be good on top of like cauliflower or broccoli. Do yourself a favor, add garlic into the butter when you're making your cheese sauce, and then add a few different varieties of cheese. It's good. So we're gonna set that aside, turn it off, pop that here, and we're gonna start to cook our bacon, get that nice and crispy. Unfortunately, there's been like a West Australian shortage of spring onion. I have tried for the last 3 weeks to get spring onion, and I don't know if it's our area. I've looked at like 3 to 4 places over the last 3 weeks, and I can't find spring onion. They are necessary for the top of the dish, but we're gonna use parsley instead today.
There's scallions for North American viewers,
Scallions,
right?
thank you. Yes, exceed. Yep.
Leaks Ray said, "What's the dog doing? Did our dog pop up? He is known to do that from time to time."
He wasn't here recently, was he?
The dog is so cute. I didn't see.
We have 2 dogs, and they make an appearance on stream. So Chester is a cavoodle, and then Romeo is a Maltese Shih Tzu poodle. Chester is tall enough that he can stand up on his back paws, and you can see his face. It's very, very cute.
Amazing.
They might be around when I start to get the meat and the bacon cooking.
They'll end up rocking up. But you also made recently as well, which I thought was really fun, like cookies for the dogs as well.
Yeah, we did. They are a recipe on our website. They're what are they called? They're a parsley breath, like you know how dogs get like a bad breath? They're like they're parsley, and you can put herbs in them. Peanut butter. Our dogs love peanut butter. And you can make them into like really cute little shapes, or when you get lazy like me, I always have the idea that I love to make cookies, but stamping them out and making them all pretty is... So then I just, like, I cut them into like scraps, and then I crumble them up and bake them. But they love them. They're really, really good for them as well.
Yeah, nice.
50 minutes remaining.
Oh, that's ages. That's ages. So
Quite, yeah.
streaky
Can
bacon.
we maybe capture that moment in time there? Play that back in 50 minutes?
Yeah.
Okay, we're just gonna cook our bacon, and then we're done there. While everyone's enjoying that.
So apologies, chat, if you can hear me typing on my keyboard every now and again. I'm trying to be really quiet, but I'm trying to get
No, don't apologize.
details and sending DMs. Sorry.
All good. So this is the filling for our hunter's pie. So that's what it kind of cooks down to. Remember to take out your bay leaf, or I think I put 2 in, didn't I? always the way that if I leave herb or spice, like, whole spices in, I never get them, but Exceed does. It's always like Szechuan peppercorns that like numb your mouth when you chew into them. And he always gets them. I'm always scot-free. It's an extra crunch, that's it, 100%. So what we're going to do is we're going to transfer this to a dish here. And we're going to top it with some puff pastry. You could also use mashed potato and do like a shepherd's pie, kind of cottage pie style. But I really like the look of the home style puff as well. There we go. So really hearty, really delicious. Using, veggies from your garden if you want to, or farmer's market. And today I've used beef and some bacon, but you can use pork, venison, would be really nice. Bison, I've really been really keen to try bison. Some gamier meat.
Can you get that in Australia?
I think they import it. So
okay.
My family used to raise ostriches, and
nice.
we used to be one of the largest producers of ostriches. I grew up on a farm, huge farm in the Wheatbelt region, so southwest of Western Australia. So we grew ostriches, and we would sell the meat to like South African supermarkets around Australia, and they would have stuff like crocodile, bison, all different types of gamier meat, I would say.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. And then we'll go over here. If you get the opportunity, ostrich is really delicious. It's not as gamey as kangaroo, but it's really red meat, which people don't really expect when it's coming from a bird. They're really, really good. So,
Pat, I see you talking about crocodile meat. I've tried it. I think it was a bit too... But it's not, like, the term is not fishy because I understand that a crocodile is not a fish. But it tasted like too salt watery. I don't know the term. This is gonna sound ridiculous. Like, it's a bit too fishy for me.
Yeah, I get you. I ate gator when we were in New Orleans. I had some gator.
Wow.
And it was coated, it was like blackened seasoning, so it had some nice seasoning, so it wasn't too, but it was just the thought of eating like something different you've never eaten before, it kind of takes something to get used to, you know what I mean? You've got that mental kind of click that you just be like, all right, just do this, just eat it.
Yes.
I've had eel before. Eel is not for me. Nah.
Yeah, I don't like eel either.
Sorry, Exceed?
I didn't know you'd had eel before.
Oh,
What
when I
does
was
it
a
taste
kid, I
like?
just remembered now. When I was a kid, when we were in Tasmania, I don't really remember, other than it was slimy, I think. It wasn't, not for me.
You're really selling it.
Yeah, I know. Well, that's what I'm saying. I didn't like it.
Well, this
Never
is
had
the thing.
crocodile.
I'm seeing in chat the unagi from Japan. I know that people absolutely love unagi, and my partner tried unagi at a Japanese restaurant, and he was like, "It's delicious," and I was like, "I don't know. I'm not feeling it. I don't think it's. I don't think it's quite for me, but I tried it. But it's not my jam."
I told you guys he would be around. Here. Come here. Come here.
Oh, look.
This is Chester.
Chester. Chester is just after the bacon.
Yeah, and the other ones come as well. So this is Chester.
Oh my god. Chat, say hello to Chester.
So he is a 4-year-old cavoodle, and he can't touch anything. We've only made the mistake once. He licked something. He's got the world's longest tongue. So I was making pastry or something, and I wasn't even watching. We had to get the stream to clip it because he just laid his tongue across this whole puff pastry sheet. And I was like, you need proof. Like, I need to know if I need to throw it out or whatever. And then this is Romeo. He just turned 10. So he is the personality of a puppy, though.
Romeo.
Rome. Hey, buddy.
Amazing. Oh.
So, yes.
Chester's like, he's getting closer to the bacon than I am.
Wash my hands. Alrighty.
Yeah, look, the chat loves dogs. I love dogs
Oh.
as well.
Do you have any pets?
No, I don't. I recently moved into a new place, and they don't allow pets, so big sad. But my dream is I used to have a German Shepherd cross husky. So the dream is that when I get a place that will let me have pets, I'm gonna get myself another German Shepherd. So big fur.
So you're
That
going
sounds like
from
a lot
no
of
dog
fur
to a big
everywhere.
dog.
Yes, yeah. Oh, yes. My German Shepherd husky, fur every day, just everywhere. You couldn't. I think I've seen so many memes around. It's like, you know, when you live with a husky or a German Shepherd, it's like you know, food in fur in your food, in your drinks, everything. So.
Worth it though. They're beautiful dogs.
Yeah, German Shepherds are beautiful. I love them. Oh my god, look, that food looks so good.
Thank you. All right, so I'm just getting some puff pastry. I've just defrosted this. And we want to turn the oven up quite high. And all I want to do is... I'm always really bad at this, of estimating if it's going to fit the whole... Yeah, it does, okay. So... Hey, bud. He's back. He liked you guys. You gave him such a nice welcome in. You were very, very hyped when he came.
He's gone for the pastry again. Yeah. He's like, I can see it. Oh.
And he's got this really fluffy tail. So if you can't see him and he doesn't jump up, usually everyone can spot his tail or the reflection of the oven. They always know when he's here.
Yes.
All right. So just peeling off this. It's always a good idea to cool your filling if you can, if you're not under a time limit that I am. Exceed and Kim are giving me a hard time. I gotta hurry up.
42 minutes remaining.
All right.
So
all I'm doing is just running my knife around like this. And you kind of just want to push this in, just make it look presentable. You know? Gotta make it look good for all you guys. But the recipe for this is there'll be a link in chat, but also on Bethesda social media. So I had the opportunity to create this recipe in June, before, you know, May, June, for the release of the new Blackwood expansion.
Ooh, speaking of which, did you want us to play that trailer that you linked, or?
Yeah, I mean, if you want, I don't mind. So, just a little bit of context. I don't know if anyone's... you're all SO players. I'm sure you've seen it. But the Waking Flame trailer dropped this week, and that'll be available. Oh my goodness, I think it's like next week. A little bit later, August, September for console. But yeah, sure, we can play the trailer. That would be awesome.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
So, I haven't actually seen the whole trailer yet because this is a new trailer, right?
Yes, it's a new trailer this week.
These damn acolytes. Followers of Mehrunes Dagon. They never stop. The Order of the Waking Flame is searching for something. Dangerous relics of the past. Now they descend into forgotten reaches of Tamriel to scheme and unlock power. And my home, in the dark reaches of Oblivion, is under threat from the Prince of Destruction. Disaster is coming. And we need all the help we can get.
Nice. There we go. Okay, so
Epic music.
the trailers are so good. The music
The
is always
trailers,
so good.
the music in trailers always gets me. I get goosebumps when it's super epic and it's like, it's so good. Love it.
Was there a rainbow sword in there, or was something else?
No, I did
rainbow
see
happening?
that. No, I did notice that as well. There was like the glint around the sword of one of the enemies, which I'm not familiar with yet. But look, chat. You saw me do the dungeon before, so hopefully I make it to this dungeon. But yeah, the rainbow sword looked awesome. I did see that.
This time next year, you'll know all the answers.
I will be an expert. No, there is so much content in ESO. It's such a big game. Like, I'm slowly making my way through it. Obviously, I finished the Vampire Greymore first because I was like, I have to. That's just
Yeah.
typical, on brand for me.
I'm just getting some milk, and we're going to baste the pie before it goes in the oven with some milk or egg wash. I don't actually have eggs, so I'm going to use some mayonnaise because mayonnaise is egg with oil, so it'll be perfect.
Smart. Okay.
Bit of mayonnaise with a little bit of milk in there, and baste that. Let me say, it could work, it could be a fail, but we just go with it. What we say is you fail forward, you make some mistakes and you learn from them. But milk is definitely, if you don't have eggs, a great alternative.
Wow.
It's not necessary. That's why I didn't plan for it, because the egg wash isn't necessary. I'm gonna pop that in the oven. Just makes it go nice and brown. It's a really, really hot oven, about 200 degrees Celsius, 400 Fahrenheit. There we go. Oh, those chips are looking fantastic. And we're gonna get onto our fondue. See?
Oh, look at all that steam.
Oh yeah. Those potatoes, the moisture is evaporating, so a lot of steam in there. It's gonna be great for the pastry. It's gonna make it go crispy as well after that all dries out. Okay. Get rid of this. Clean up. This, I would have to say, this fondue that we're about to make is the recipe I tested probably the most. And we had to take photos of it over the period of time of creating it, and exceed for a person
I'm all fondued out.
Yeah, for a person that, let's say, doesn't really wasn't keen on fondue and doesn't really eat a lot of cheese, he demolished every portion that we made of this. He really, really is a big fan, because it has 3 different types of cheese. We've got some Havarti cheese, some Gouda, and then also some tasty cheddar. In Australia, we call it tasty cheese. It's like an aged cheddar, and it's really, really versatile. That's probably my go-to cheese, is a tasty cheese. It's aged for about 12 to 24 months, I think, and it's great on everything. So that's what we're going to be using today. I've got my bacon for the fries.
I did think it would be like too gluggy or too thick. I didn't think I would enjoy it much, but I was, as Molly said, I was pretty impressed with how much flavor manages to get in there. Mm-hmm. I don't know if it's a stamp of approval or how you categorize it, but I did make myself feeling sick from eating too much fondue.
Okay, we're going to go here and we're going to add some white wine. It's a really important step to add your wine at the beginning. Whenever you're cooking with wine, you need to cook the alcohol off, because you want to heat it to a high temperature, and then the alcohol is going to burn off, and then it won't, it won't carry on until to the dish. So anytime you're cooking with meat, like, with a stew or something, you add red wine. You want to add it earlier before the other liquid, and so you can boil it, and then that evaporates it off. Where in a slow cooker, for instance, if you put it in a slow cooker doesn't heat to a high enough temperature, so then you're going to have the alcohol at the end. You can easily fix that by taking the meat out of the slow cooker or whatever, getting the sauce, putting it in a saucepan and boiling it, and that's going to get rid of the alcohol. But this recipe, if you don't want to use white wine, you can use some chicken stock as well. So it works well. Okay, so we're getting 1 cup of white wine. And
Molly, do you have a favorite brand of wine you'd like to use for cooking?
I don't really subscribe to the idea of of buying wine that buying a really high quality wine because you want to drink it, then you cook with it. I buy like a $5 to $10 bottle of wine for cooking. This one here is Riverside Landing. It's okay to cook with because you're going for the flavor in the actual dish. You're not actually going for how nice it is to drink. I am not a huge wine drinker, especially dry wine, but the dryness that white wine especially brings to a dish is really, really important. So you want it really dry, like a Sauvignon Blanc, semi-Sauvignon, like an Oyster Bay is good, but I think buying an expensive bottle of wine, you're wasting your money if you're going to cook it and evaporate the alcohol but it's all personal preference. Chardonnay, a Pinot, Chardonnay is good. I think a Pinot Gris is maybe a little bit not necessary. If you've got it in the pantry, go ahead, like use it in your cooking, but I wouldn't buy it especially for cooking. And chicken stock is fantastic too. All right, so we're just cooking that off, and then we're going to add in our garlic.
I want to say a big thank you to everyone that has been donating to the charity fundraiser that Bethesda and QuakeCon are doing. I'm seeing a lot of familiar names. You can see them pop up down the bottom as they come in. So thank you very much, guys.
Thank you so much. Yes, apologies, I've missed them. I've been messaging people in chat.
Oh, good.
Been busy giving away stuff.
My multitasking skill plus eating has not been up to scratch. So I apologize, but thank you so much for everyone who's donated. It's amazing, and we really appreciate it. Thanks,
Okay,
Pepper. Do my best.
I'm going to go ahead and I've bought the cheese slices today. Usually I would dice it all up. I will grate it, but I'm all about a bargain, and these were on sale. The sliced cheese, and all we're going to do is put it in there, and you don't want huge chunks because it's going to take ages to melt down. So crikey. All right, grab this, and slowly by slowly we're going to start to add in our cheese. So we've got Havarti, Gouda, and Tasty cheddar. Do you ever just snack on cheese? Oh yeah.
Oh. It's dangerous.
Do you ever not?
I'm a big fan of a cheese board.
Oh.
I don't know about you, but I would prefer to go to a restaurant and have like a cheese board or like a charcuterie board that's like cured meats, cheeses, dips and things. That would be my main meal. I'm all about like a little bit of everything rather than having like a full dish, if you get what I mean.
I agree.
So as we're whisking consistently, and then we're just melting this in.
Anthony G7, no tapa places by you. Yes, I actually went to one recently, and I did do that. I had like I'm gonna say it wrong, charcuterie board, one of those boards that had like the meats and the cheeses.
Charcuterie, I think that's what it's called. I've never known, but I've never known how to pronounce it, so I'm like, charcuterie.
Maybe you could ask him.
What's on my dream cheese board? I love a good aged cheddar. If you guys are cheese fans, there's this Bella Vitano cheese. It's rolled in espresso, like ground coffee beans. Oh. It is amazing. The cheese itself is phenomenal, but then a little bit of the aged cheddar with a little bit of prosciutto and like some plum paste or some quince paste, a little bit of sweetness with your aged cheddar is phenomenal. A community member has just gifted us and I'm going to pronounce this wrong. Let's talk about butchering names. It's called Choco, a Choco pickle. It's kind of like a guava, and that's really good as well with an aged cheese. And that's probably, that is a prerequisite, an aged cheddar on my charcuterie board.
CN Freak says a charcuterie board is a grown-up Lunchable. and I have to agree.
Yes.
Yes. And this is phenomenal because you get to dip bread in here, tomatoes. I like pickles dipped in the fondue as well. So we're just adding our cheeses. And we've got ages to go. Look at that. We've got so much time. We're killing it.
Oh, nice.
About 15 minutes to go.
Giving you a hard time, Molly, and look, you've done it.
Give her more time. We need cheesecake with that meal. Is there a... Maybe we should have done like a... What, there was just like a cheese in ESO. What is a game that has good cheese? That we just make a themed cheesecake. I'm pretty done. Pretty keen.
Oh, well, we did, Johnny and I did the, chat, don't crucify me. Shiogarath. I can never get his name. The cheesecake that was, it wasn't a cheesecake, it was like the tart, the strawberry tart. Oh, you're right.
That is so good.
It didn't have cheese in it. I take it all back. I thought my brain just went like, oh yeah, there was cheese in that. There was no cheese in that. Sorry, I take it all
Isn't
back.
it just like a custard?
Was it cheese? I can't. No, it definitely wasn't cheese because it didn't take me that long to make it. Was it cheese?
Was it cheese?
I can't remember. It's in the cookbook. I don't have my cookbook on me. I'm sure it was cheese. I think there was cheese in it.
Okay, we're gonna go in. I haven't added the... I need to chop this. Because I didn't want to prepare everything with the chopping and stuff because I thought like chat will get annoyed with me because they actually want to see some cooking rather than, some preparation. And now I'm running out of time that I wish I did it. Whatever.
We do have the extra ESO recipe ingredients ready to go if we need, right, Molly?
We do. We have the...
You can see it in the background.
Melon... These ones. Them ones. What are they called? The melon...
the hors d'oeuvre?
The hors d'oeuvre.
Hang on.
The melon hors d'oeuvre.
I'm gonna find it. Here it is. Oh no.
You guys know.
No.
It's basically honeydew hors d'oeuvre or something. It's basically prosciutto layered with honeydew melon.
Deshan honeydew.
That's
hors
it.
d'oeuvre.
Yeah, Deshan, that's it.
Is that how you pronounce it? Deshan?
Yes, that's
Yes?
the one.
Yeah. So for those that are new and just come in, this is some of the foods that we've created with Bethesda. A lot of them
We
being,
can clearly
sourced.
pronounce all of them without any problem.
That's why we have you guys. So these are... Oh, sorry. So I'm just going to show this real quickly. We're melting our cheese and then I'll show you back. So just melting that and then we're adding our mustard in there. And now you can go back to watching this.
Oh, that cheese. Oh my goodness.
It's so good.
Looks so good.
And then if you find that it's too thick, you can add some more chicken stock or white wine and keep it warm. Keep it warm. It's a really important thing. You don't need a fancy fondue pot. Just use your saucepan. Guys, eating out of a saucepan, no one's going to judge you. Get in your
No one's gonna
comfy
watch.
hoodie, in your loungewear, and eat some cheese
Sounds
with some bread.
perfect. Oh my goodness, that looks so good. We watching this chat?
I have some broccolini. We're going to create a little, like a smorgasbord of like dipping things. I want to hear about what you like to dip in fondue. And got a plate somewhere. Okay, I'm going to take the potatoes out because...
Apples without the skin, obviously.
Yeah, that's right. Oh my goodness. What do you have in your fondue? Bread. Yes, apples.
But peeled, of the peeled variety, please.
The peeled variety for me, thank you. Look at this, only apples. Broccoli, okay, yeah, there we go. Oh,
Well, broccoli's a good option. I like that.
Yeah,
Yeah, like-
just a little bit of steamed broccoli.
oh, carrot would be great. Carrot's fine, I would do that.
When I was in Switzerland, is it Switzerland? I always get confused between Switzerland and Sweden. Don't judge me. It's Switzerland, right? That has the fondue. Come on,
Oh.
guys. Help
As
me out.
the fondue? What do you
No,
mean?
yeah, that like it's their national dish. Latkes, no, not latkes, like potato cakes. Oh God, now I'm
Switzerland. Chat is
Switzerland.
Switzerland.
Yes,
Yes,
thank
you got it.
Swiss cheese. What am I thinking? God, do I even know how to cook? Yeah. So when I was in Switzerland, we would like have fondue at nighttime, and then we would have Swiss chocolate after.
For a story, a very special story, especially for you.
There we go. So that is your fondue. And you just want to keep it warm, give it a nice whisk. Fantastic. And here I just have some carrot, some tomato. Here we go. Oh, some unpeeled, I know I'm a heathen, apple slices.
Just kidding. It's totally fine. Look, I'm
Molly-
not eating it, like, right? It's like you're gonna be eating this, so
This will be Exceed's dinner, yeah. Sorry,
There we
Exceed?
go, Exceed.
Do you need to eat it over a flame, or can you take it away for a reasonable
You
time?
can take it away, only for a few minutes. It cools down straight away and starts to solidify. So I do recommend just, keeping it over a stove. These days you can buy like fondue pots or like a little candle lit, like just it keeps it warm. Or even like a cast iron pan, something that retains heat is really fantastic. These days with like Kmart and Target, they have all of these things that used to be expensive, but they're making them a lot more accessible for all of us.
That's very true.
You can do it, I believe.
Wait, I'm just gonna, on the Global Bethesda page, I'm gonna smash a jar all over me.
Look, have faith. Oh. Do you ever pop a knife beneath the seals? and
I
just pop
have,
it?
but
Okay.
I'm
Yeah.
I'm a nurse by trade, and I
Yeah.
have seen the
Oh.
the injuries of things like that. Also, people opening bottles with like a lighter. Yeah,
What?
don't do that, guys.
No.
I am an
What?
operator. Yeah.
Wait, how? Oh no! Don't tell us how, because then people might try.
That you
No.
grab the bottom of and it's slip and
Ooh.
hands near like sharp
Oh.
things.
Oh no!
Yeah,
Oh, I don't
don't
like
do
that. Yep. Oh.
Hey Google, turn on Alexa. So Alexa is our kettle. And
that's fancy.
best I think $50 you'll ever spend is buying a smart kettle. It's phenomenal because I can
That's
get out of
incredible.
bed. I know I can get out of bed, turn on the kettle, and then it's like perfect to make a coffee or a tea in the morning. It's really good.
That's awesome.
Except when she turns on. She didn't turn on.
Everyone in chat is like, just get a knife or a spoon or a fork and then go around the edges. And I'm like, yeah. And someone's like, just stab Lectree. Please don't stab the lids. That's so
Alrighty.
horrifying.
Now, final things. We've got our chippies here. These are the wedges, how they come out like that. And all you want to do
Oh, they look so good.
is we're going to finely chop some parsley over here. And I know I'm doing a little bit off screen, I apologize. Bit of parsley like that. And then you can just eat them like this with some aioli and they're amazing. But just some grated parsley and parmesan, like that.
I'd be happy with just that, but I know it gets so much better.
If you're patient, it gets better.
Alright. And so you can do these a little bit crunchier if you like. It's all personal preference. That's the great thing about not having a baking paper. They go a little bit crunchier because of the contact. But we're going to pop a plate there. ASMR crunch. You certainly can. Like this. They're not. Can you guys get that little crunch? They're not too crunchy.
Chat, need some chicken salt on those. There's plenty of herbs that already went on it, and spices.
You called for it, so I'll. This is the
She's
best
gone off
version.
script.
She's
Guys, this one is the one you want to find. If you're not in Australia, Google this. We've had community members get it. It's on Amazon. The chippy version. It has to be Anchor.
Okay.
A little bit of that. Here we go. And so we're going to add some parsley on top. And our cheese sauce and our chopped bacon. So from a bacon that we cooked before, got things on my chopping board. A good time challenge like this is fun. Where
You're doing really well. Like, I think you've nailed this.
you gave me a challenge, I had to
Handled it very smoothly.
Yeah.
The pie is the only thing that I'm hoping the pastry goes a bit crunchy enough in the oven because it needs a little bit longer. Okay, so bacon there and more parsley. Like I said before, I've had a really hard time trying to find spring onions or scallions. So I'm using parsley today, but I do recommend. They're just not available in our area. I don't know what's going on, if there's a shortage. This cheese sauce is a little bit thick, so we're just gonna thin it out with a little bit of milk. Oh,
You're
crap.
wondering who's going to eat all this? Well, hello, my name's Exceed. And I will be in a food coma tonight.
Oh, it looks so good though.
Oh,
The cheese is cheese for days. Exceed, I think.
oh, that's it. So, like Kim said, these recipes are available. The recipe cards are on the Bethesda social media, and then we host them on our website as well.
Would love to see a Kim and Molly cook along.
Yes, Kim.
I know. Look, we will make this happen. I know this is gonna happen. So.
And I promise I'll peel everything for you.
Oh, good.
Look at
If
that,
not,
guys.
I will just be quietly in the background, just peeling everything. Oh, look
And
at the
then
cheese.
bacon.
Oh my God.
On top, a little bit of parsley. That is your Port Hunding cheese fries.
Oh,
And then we have, Exceed, can I have a time check, please?
you have over 15 minutes.
What? I thought we were going till 3:30.
We started a little bit late, remember? So we gave you
They were
the.
having too much fun
This
in
whole
the dungeon.
time I was looking and be like, oh my God, I've got 5 minutes to go. So I thought you were going to say like 2 minutes. Guys.
You thought you'd come in by the buzzer to make it dramatic.
Yeah, I was hoping actually. I was wanted to make an impression. Too
Well, look,
much
the pie
time.
will be extra crunchy then. This is.
Well, I just took it out of the oven.
Oh no!
I put the heat on really high, and it's gone a little bit darker than I wanted. But I thought I was. Come, I blame it on them, not me.
Oh look, yeah, look. It's fine.
I got it. So
We
this
did
is
have
what-
that bonus recipe, the hors d'oeuvres, if you
Oh, we
wanted
did.
to
Yeah,
squeeze
yeah,
that
yeah.
in.
So I wanted to show you. So I've turned the heat off and see how it's kind of, it's just gone a little bit thicker. So you just want to just ensure that it's, before you're serving the fondue, you just re-warm it.
Now, it's this part you want to put on Instagram, chat, all right? The nice big cheese pull.
Yeah.
They love
so we're
that.
going to go into the pantry and watch out for Daily Dagon, but kettle. And I'm going to get some hot sauce as well. This one. Let's go. There we go.
Oh, look, chat's already saying we're getting pie and wedges for dinner this week. Thanks.
Do it.
They're looking amazing.
Thanks, guys. Now I'm just boiling water over top of the broccolini. This is broccolini, which is, it's kind of like stretched broccoli. It's like the really long, fancy broccoli. And it's just better for dipping. So I just kind of sit it in there in some boiling water, and it just makes it a lot more vibrant and just softens it slightly. So like that. Molly, I don't know how to tell you this. But you have a Daedric prince living in your pantry? What? I thought it was just warm in there. I didn't know. It just was getting all steamy and hot.
Molly,
These are
everyone
some
is
bad
absolutely
vibes.
loving your pantry.
Thank you
It is
very
it
much.
is the highlight. Sounds like
I don't
it's
think
so
we're in there long
neat and
enough.
Okay,
organized.
So, it's like, so how did you like QuakeCon? Oh, I saw a really good pantry on the weekend. Oh,
Great
I'm amazed. Oh, no game announcements, but that pantry though.
That pantry's gorgeous.
I
go.
have to admit, guys, I did do a little bit of cleaning in there, a little bit of
Oh, look, there you
neatness.
go.
Yeah, just a touch.
Pantry goals.
I am. We're actually moving, so I'm packing. I had to just, couldn't pack too much because you guys still have to. I have to cook for the next 2 weeks or week. All right. Okay. Now, are you ready? I just want some hype in the chat if you want to see the pie.
Oh,
Well, the actual new pantry will be bigger. Yes.
oh my goodness.
We just be a little bit bigger, and there'll be more room for you guys to fit in there. It'll be a little bit, you just gotta, you have it all have your own seat in there, squish in. I'm just trying to find cheese. Okay.
Oh my
Molly,
god, the people have spoken.
The pie is it's going off. Oh my goodness. And Molly, I have a question regarding the pie.
Yes.
Do you let it set a little bit? Like, I know that you had it out just then for a little bit.
Yeah.
Should you let a pie set for a little bit before you slice into it? Does it like go everywhere, or is like
Yeah. Oh, a
what's
pie
the,
like this doesn't
status
really matter.
quo?
No, that's a great question. A pie like this, because it's only a crust, it doesn't really matter. You want to
Okay.
let it cool just slightly so it just it's not completely runny and run off the plate. If
Yep.
it's a pie like an apple pie or a meat pie with a base, you want to
Yep.
let it cool because it will solidify slightly. Same with lasagna. You never want to serve a lasagna straight out of the oven. Give it maybe like 10 minutes so it also doesn't like burn your face off when you're eating. But one thing I've learned for food photography that I hate is that you need to let food somewhat cool. It's a balance between letting it cool so it stays like it solidifies, but then also making it look fresh. But if you're about to serve it to your family, give it maybe like 10 minutes just to let it, sit. Yeah, that was my recommendation. Yeah, great question.
Good to know.
I'm calling the mayo wash a success.
Oh yeah.
So it is a little bit darker here because I turned the oven up really, really high. So it was about 220 degrees Celsius, which is about 440 Fahrenheit, just because I wanted it to be cooked in time for 3:30, which I was told. But it turns out I got some extra time. It's good. It's good. That explains why my lasagna falls apart. Yeah, definitely. If you want it to keep those layers, but lasagna is always the better the next day. It's like spaghetti bolognese. There's some dishes that you put in the fridge and then reheat. I don't know what, my lasagna always tastes better the next day. The flavors get to know each other, and they do this in the oven, in the fridge.
They start to mingle.
overnight. They get to mingle. That's it. 100%. If it wasn't for the microwave, Exceed would never get hot food. Shots fired! Coming from one of our mods. Whew. This is true though, yes. We actually have a command that is !feed exceed, because I get on a roll and I start cooking and I forget to make breakfast. Because we stream at, we wake up at 6, we start streaming at 8 a.m. And like we get talking with chat and I forget to feed him. So yeah, he eats leftovers.
Easy.
So it's not actually, it's not burnt, it's just brown on that side. Looks quite good. And we're gonna let that sit for a little bit longer.
Great.
And we're gonna serve up this fondue. Very crunchy crust.
Look, I think the pie was a hit. Chat absolutely loved it. Chat, I'm gonna chuck the recipe link in just because the chat is going through so quickly and you're probably missing it. That's for the pie.
So these aren't in the cookbook. These are from our website, but also Bethesda has created recipe cards for them as well. Which, by the way, look amazing.
Great job.
Oh, thanks.
We kind of did like a little happy dance when we saw them. It's been a fantastic opportunity for us to work with, Kim and Kim to bring us on board for this. It's something that we've never done before, and we hope you guys like it. And being able to recreate food from your favorite games is, I'm new to gaming somewhat, and I love cooking. So it brings people together. It doesn't matter your race, religion, where you come from. Food brings people together. It brings memories, and it allows me to learn about, ESO and like Doom, your favorite games, and bring them to life. So we're very, very happy to be here.
Yeah, no, thank you so much. Oh yeah, I'm dropping in chat. So I dropped Miss Molly's Twitch. Please give her a follow if you're super keen on all these amazing dishes. And once again, so many video game inspired dishes, and obviously ESO ones. And earlier in the year we did the Doom ones. I saw someone wrote in chat, where's the skull recipe? That was for Doom. And I remember that had you had a tube in it, and blood spurted from the top.
So
It was
on that stream, I brought out a drill, and so we have made this life-size skull out of white chocolate. And then I brought out a drill, and everyone was like, Molly, what are you doing? And I drilled through the skull, put up a pipe inside the skull, and created it was strawberry ice cream topping. And then you'll be able to see it here. The ice cream topping was dyed red, and when we pressed the syringe, it would come out of the head and ooze out. And we just thought it would be a fun Doom themed food. Yeah. It was probably one of the coolest things. The Cacao Demon were really good. They were cake pops. Ice cream.
They were so good. They're so cute.
Kim sent me a message and she was like, can you just make something with this Cacao Demon? I'm like, I have no idea what the heck to make. But that was the skull.
There's the skull. Yes, nice.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Okay, so here we go. I keep talking and then my cheese melts. But that is your port hunting cheese fries, and the fondue I'm going to put in this dish. We've got our toppings here. So, doesn't really fit on the carousel.
Food always looks better when it's spinning.
It does. So you've got some bread, then we've got these are sweet pickles. The apple slices, and all we're gonna do is pick up our broccolini here, shake that off. I don't want it to touch the bread, so I'm gonna put it over here. And then the great thing about broccolini is you just pick it up like that and then dip it like that.
So easy.
And this is great food to have, while you're watching a movie, to share with your family. Or just
Ollie, everyone in chat is going crazy. They want to see the inside of the pie.
Oh, okay, guys. I know, but I was going to keep that for last.
Show me the pie.
I think the pie is going to be the one.
Yeah. I just thought you guys are staying up late. I've got to keep you hanging on, Yeah. All right. So, next thing is the fondue. Go here, and then let me just mix this. So there is a fondue recipe, an elsewhere fondue recipe in the ESO book. It is different to this one, but there is another one in there. Okay, so.
We're ready for this shot of the cheese. Oh.
Here we go.
What a thing of beauty.
It just went really quiet. Sorry, I just was observing the cheese.
And just gonna go here for real quick. There's a little bit of liquid on top of the fondue that I'm just gonna pour back into the pan, just because it's a little bit liquidy. And then all you want to do is grab yourself a fork, or I have these fancy ones if I can find them. They're a fondue fork. But it's always the way when you're trying to find something, chat. Oh, got it. You can never find it. So
you got it.
Grab yourself a piece of bread, like this. And then that's just going to go like that. Oh, and then you lose it. It's always the way.
Oh no, Molly,
fallen
it's
apart.
gone for
my
it's gone for a dive.
I've lost it. I've lost it. There we go. Then
Oh,
have
look
a
at the
taste.
cheese. Oh my goodness.
In Australia, you would say, put it in your gob. Put it in your mouth. Oh, God. So good.
Oh, it looks amazing.
Garlicky,
I'm so hungry.
cheesy. My favorite, though, is the apple slices or the pickles. So these are sweet, spiced pickles, and they're just so good. Really, really tasty. But now, guys, we will do the inside of that pie. Your mouth's watering. Rule number one of our stream is bring snacks, so you'll know for next time.
Yes.
But I've done my job right. If you guys are hungry, then I've done my job right.
Yeah, the chat thinks we're torturing them.
We need to see it, Molly.
Are you ready? The
We're
thing
ready.
that everyone has been excited for. Didn't think that it would. I nearly didn't do the pie because I didn't think that everyone would be interested. But it's really accessible. It's an easy recipe. And everyone's like, stop talking, just open it, cut it open. But this is, it's a really good winter warmer. And if you don't want to do pastry, you can definitely do sweet potato or mashed potato. Let me get a plate.
No chat that we're about to open a savory pie, but sweet pies or savory pies? Like
I prefer savory.
I'm the same. I prefer savory pies.
But I think as Australians, we grew up. Oh,
That's
guys,
true.
sorry. Everyone go
no,
home.
so-
I can't find a big enough spoon.
You'll never see the inside of this. Oh yeah, mashed potato on top. Yes. An Aussie meat pie. That's correct.
That is a classic.
Classic. Tyranny, give me the darkest crust bits. I'm the same.
Yes.
I am also
okay.
the same.
It
That's
looks
my...
dark to you guys, but it's actually quite brown to me. And
Oh, I can hear the...
Can you guys hear the crunch?
Yes, I heard it. Everyone, look at the chat. Give me the dark corners of the circle. The pie.
All right. Are you ready?
Oh, it looks so... Yum, 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 yum.
Yum, 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 yum.
Oh, look at...
And it's
Oh,
always
that's
good where it looks like this, like really rustic, where it like kind of bubbles over the
Yes.
edge and just looks so much more luxurious. I kind of, when I say that luxurious, I think of like Nigella Lawson. I'm like, oh my God, it's bubbles
yes,
over the
yes.
edges. And look at that. Guys,
Yum.
beef, mushroom. You can omit the mushrooms. I know there's some people that haters on mushrooms. Bacon, potato in there if you want it as well. Carrot, celery. It's super hearty and really delicious. Like I said, so the recipe is written in both ways, that you can do chuck beef So like big chunks of beef and you like pull it apart. Or I have updated it on our website because the community have been saying they wanted a beef mince version or a ground meat version. So it's updated on our website to include that. I could probably send that to you as well, Kim, if you want to update the... I don't know how hard it would be to update the
No, yeah, I
cards.
can update it.
Yeah.
No, I can update the recipe cards.
But what do you think?
Kat, how did we go? You know, Molly
Mission
did
accomplished.
all the hard work, but it looks amazing. I think the pie has definitely been the favourite.
Yeah.
Thanks, Maddie. Gone, loved it. Everyone's cheese comas just from watching. We've made
yeah.
everyone hungry. 10
This
out of
one's
10.
lactose free, guys. Lactose free.
Lactose
Everything else has
free.
high.
Someone in the chat looks looks awesome. Thanks for not drowning in Heinz tomato sauce.
Oh, no way. The only
Amazing.
thing that ever should be used with tomato sauce or tomato ketchup is a sausage roll.
True.
Yeah, I'm not a huge person to have ketchup or tomato sauce or a hot dog, like a sausage. sausage sizzle.
Yeah. No, I believe
Yeah.
that. Oh, and
Well
thank
done,
you
Molly.
so much, chat. And well done, Molly. The chat is absolutely.
See, I thought everyone would be a fan for this, but turns out everyone likes the pie a lot better. So these are
pie.
your
My
loaded
dish.
cheese
What about the
fries.
chips, pie? What was everyone's favorite? I like the pie. That's the Australian in me.
Yeah.
Love
And
it
see
all.
how it's solidified a little bit, but that is your cheese fondue. It's just better to keep it warm, guys.
You've got one of those fondue warmers. Pie with wedges, yes.
And
Yeah.
if you don't want to do the cheese fondue, just do a chocolate fondue. Just omit it completely and just do chocolate and strawberries and banana, and then you're good. You're golden. I want me.
Yes, Miss
Chips and
Rancor, it
pie.
is me.
Wedges first, pie second. I like your thinking. I definitely like that. Broccoli, cheese fries. Oh, I'm sorry for making you hungry, guys. But the recipes are available. There's 4 recipes. There's a kwama squid risotto as well, which is kind of like a Thai, a red or a Thai yellow curry in like a risotto base. So it's super delicious. Kim has made that herself. And
I
I'm a
made
big
it.
fan.
It was delicious. My partner absolutely loved it.
Nice,
Very
nice. Yeah, pay respects to the bread that died in the cheese. I think he's around here somewhere. Let's
We'll come out
scope
one
him
day.
There we go.
I think the bread also did a thumbs up as it went straight into the melted
There we go.
cheese. Very. Oh,
No,
Oh,
no
this
bread left
still
behind.
is so good. Well,
Bread and
that
the cheese too.
was amazing, and seeing it live was like it's so incredible. And chat, let me get
One last drop.
One last. I am gonna drop. If you aren't following Miss Molly, I am putting her Twitch in the chat.
Come hang out with
Please
us.
give her a follow. There is like I said, amazing video game inspired food and other recipes as well, including as well like the dog biscuits, which makes me eternally happy. It's something I really want to do. And Molly's got up on screen all of her streams that are upcoming.
So
I
these
love
we
the
stream
themed one.
Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. 8 a.m. Australian Western Standard Time works out to be 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time if you're in North America. And we recreate food from games, movies, and cuisines. But our main aim is to make food fun. So I'm a self-taught home cook, and it's all about learning, having fun, failing forward, making mistakes, and normalizing, just learning in the kitchen, really. So that's a little bit about us. And our next stream is in 1 day and 16 hours. Kim,
sorry,
thank you
I'm
so much for having us.
No, thank
guys,
you so much.
It goes quick,
you.
doesn't it? When
It does.
you watch it live.
Sorry,
It
I can
does.
see some people asking for the recipe cards, so hang on. Because they didn't upload on my... Wait, where are these? Where are these?
Yeah, we do a gluten-free. I'm always down to try anything. I did a week of gluten-free. Was it a week or... No, it was a week or 2 weeks gluten-free. To try and find some alternatives. I'm always down for getting out of my comfort zone, community can redeem recipes for me to make and make my own version. We have free recipes on our website. And if there's any way that I can serve you guys with stepping you through something, answering questions, if I don't know, we can learn together. And, that's what Twitch is so amazing. It's always, the VODs are there, but the live content is so amazing.
Molly and I are really big on getting you into the kitchen, basically. Like, it's okay to get in there and make mistakes. It's all about just getting in there, having some fun, making some food, and enjoying the process. So whatever we can do to help you do that, drop into the stream and we'd love to help.
Yep, and we are so excited for the rest of QuakeCon, guys. There's another day left, and Kim's busy getting all the information.
Can you hear me typing?
No. We have a discount code if you guys are interested in the ESO book. You can jump over to our website and do !Inside Editions. But we don't get anything for it. It's not an affiliate code. It just gives you guys the discount, and which is amazing. And I would love for you guys to tag us, myself and Bethesda ANZ, on Bethesda in general, in your creations. And we want to see you cooking.
Great.
So Bethesda is just posting all of the recipe cards and where you can find us. And
Perfect. Amazing.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you so much for cooking all of this amazing food and joining us for QuakeCon 2021 and chat. Thank you. No, I love watching the streams. I love cooking myself, even though chat knows that I'm not great at it. It's fine. I love it so much. And again, thank you, chat, for joining us for QuakeCon 2021. There are more streams. I don't think there's any more after this. I think the next one will be for day 3, which we are technically in for the US. But thank you so much for joining us. Molly, Exceed, thank you so much for joining me for QuakeCon, and so much for all the cooking and the recipes. And I'm going to drop them one more time in the chat just so everyone's got them.
And congratulations to everyone who got a giveaway.
Yes.
And thank you. You have to, so there's more giveaways on day 3, is that right, Kim?
Yeah, look, if you're watching the QuakeCon Twitter, you'll be able to see all of the streams that are upcoming over the next couple of days and what's happening for each of those. The giveaways do vary, but this is pretty much the last ANZ stream, so for QuakeCon.
Thank you for allowing us to round it all
Hopefully
out for
we
the
went out on a
Aussies.
bang then.
We did. I think the pie was a winner, so I think we've left on a great ending. So thank you so much, and thank you, chat, again.
Yes. So guys, as we say, take care, brush your hair, be good to yourself and those around you, and we'll see you next time.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye.
In the morning, you wake me up to have a conversation and inform me about how I make you feel inside. You keep talking and I'm listening, but could you try to shut up? I'm almost getting dizzy now from the way you bum me out. I know that you wanted me to be someone I'm not, give you all my love and never mess it up. But I won't be pretending that I have some hidden love for you, baby. I'm done, I'm just done. Because I'm way too passive-aggressive for you, babe. I know that I can be two-faced, but I won't feel like you do, babe. You know I'm sorry, I shouldn't talk about mistakes. It's not like you'll get a retake. I'll never feel like you do, babe. Even if I try to, even if I try to, even if I try to, I'll never feel like you do. Yeah. I know you think we're good together, but every time I see your happy face, I wanna tell you to just leave me alone. Take a hint, don't be so selfish. I'm trying to make it easy, point you in the right direction, yeah. Could you stay away from me?